Hello, everyone. We are here today for the VEXI Village Town Hall, and we have here 4 members of the team. We have Solar Mystic, team lead, Arion, the product manager, Esete, the game designer, and of course myself, Doug Sunny, community manager. So, gonna pass the microphone to Solar Mystic.
Thank you, Doug. And hi, everyone. Thanks for hopping into today's TownHall. It's awesome to see you all here. We are going to wait some minutes more as some folks are still joining.
Yeah, people are already there in the YouTube. I have a message that's important before we start. Anyone that's watching right now in YouTube, you can send questions or even comments here in YouTube, and we're gonna maybe display them and even for everyone to see, and also in the VEXI Discord. So if you post anything there, gonna take a look from time to time. Okay, and just to show, for example, Spartan's already here. Hello, VEXI team, and awesome dog. Cool. So passing back to you, Solar.
Okay. So welcome to everyone coming in. As usual, today we are giving you a quick overview of what the team has been working on and a sneak peek of what's coming next. And of course, we will answer the question you sent us last week. So let's start. Today we are going to talk about our VEXI July event. Our game designer will start sharing some thoughts. Then we are going to talk about the new upcoming throwback event. That's very excited for us. And then we will go over to the community questions. So to start, ST, would you like to share some thoughts about the current July event?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Solar. As always, I would like to thank you all for your participation and ongoing support. The City Blocks event is a feature that's still in development, and we keep learning and improving from your feedback. We're aware of the concerns regarding cheats, and tackling those issues is our top priority. But of course, we've seen the other comments, and we're making more information visible and tweaking our preference system to make the game fairer and more competitive.
Thank you, ST. Arion, can you keep sharing updates about the throwback event? We are excited to see what's coming next.
Hey, hello everyone. Yeah, quick sneak peek. We are introducing something new called throwback events. These are special events where some buildings and VEXI from past events will be featured and earn event points again. It's a fun way to bring older content back into play and reward collectors. I'll share more details at the end of the town hall, so I won't spoil more for now.
Thank you. So let's move to the QA section. Like always, you send us your question, and we are here to answer them. We really appreciate everyone who joined. That's very awesome. And Doc Sonny is here, so he is going to help us going through the question. So let's jump in, Doc.
Cool. So a lot of people send us question here, and let me see. We do have at least a dozen questions. Some are big, some are short. And the first one is kind of big. There's a lot of text here, so I'm gonna read in a calmly fashion. Let's see. Question 1. Can you explain the reasoning behind the design decision that penalize players for having more than 7 buildings when organizing events? Intuitively, having a larger city with more city blocks should provide advantage, not a disadvantage. Right now, the optimal strategy seems to be building only high appeal structures to reach 7+ visitors and focusing purely on event buildings, which discourages city expansion. Is this intentional? If so, what's intended gameplay balance or incentive behind it? That's a big question. Yeah. Who can help us here? Maybe a Sati, game designer?
Yes. Okay. So this is an ongoing balancing task. The amount of resources a given player can spend on the event rotation can vary wildly. So we need to account for various levels of building rotation. And indeed, our goal is to encourage city expansion. And there are still several systems that we're working to implement, including improving the visitors system, better demolition logic, and more quality of life features. Of course, our goal is to make more information available to you and allow you to make more informed choices. So that will be happening soon.
Cool, cool. Okay, so the goal is city expansion. I like it. I like it. So next question here. Can you publish something that shows that what each building capacity is for bits, bytes, event points? Do event point capacities change based on rarity of the building? So this is still a game design question. Back to you, Seth.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Currently, building inventory size, it's in a very basic state, and it doesn't scale with rarity. However, we do have plans to both display them at the building information screens and implement various ways to modify them. But for now, yeah, we can totally share those values with the community.
Okay. Let me see. Next question here is more, let's see, it's asking about specific things in the game. Like, so please provide a better explanation what the visitor report is supposed to do and what each point value next to the building means. I think it's a good addition, but clearly a lot of players are confused during this most recent event. Can you help us with that, Seth?
Absolutely. And yeah, I think I understand why. The visitor report is a way to visualize the output of your city blocks. It shows the resource production of individual buildings. As we did realize, it wasn't quite evident to the players how each of them was performing. The report is divided into current visit, which is kind of self-explanatory, and previous visit, which can bundle together several visits if you have been offline for a while. So the report shows only resources that were actually produced by the buildings. For example, if you were offline long enough for your buildings to fill up completely, it may only show income under the previous visit and none under the current visit, since they didn't have any inventory left to produce.
Okay. So next question here. Let me check. Okay, I'm reading the chat too. Next one. When will higher levels and more city blocks be available? That's more like a general question.
I can answer that. So
Okay.
I wanted to remember that we are in early access. So to be completely transparent, our short-term focus is on continue to improve our anti-cheat system, making the events better, more balanced, and more fun for everyone. At the same time, the team is focused on improving the first-time player experience, making gameplay smoother, and helping players progress more easily. Higher levels and more city blocks are on our roadmap. While we don't have a confirmed date yet, they will be unlocked once the game is full release.
Okay. Let me see here. Next one. When will new crafts? Oh, let me start again. When will new crafts and higher level recipes be available? There are a lot of items like various printer color filaments that are not being used right now. So who can help me with this one?
I can jump in on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, we're actively working on exciting new features that will expand how you use a wider range of items, including those filaments. Right now, I'm doing a full inventory audit of existing and unused resources in the game. The goal is to introduce new crafting recipes and mechanics that make use of these materials in a way that is both progressive and rewarding, while still maintaining challenge without overwhelming players. We want your resources to matter and to feel meaningful as you grow.
Okay. That's a good one. The next one. Will VEXI tanks auto battle or battles be visible? or it's gonna happen like in a passive way? How it's gonna work? This is a good question because this is about the integration with the Spider Tank assets. So, Solar Mystic, can you help us with that?
Sure. During Q3, you'll see visible updates about VEXI tanks and the idle mission feature first. The auto battle will come later this year or early 2026. For both features, we will share clear information to explain how the system works, how you can play it, and some tips to get the most out of your tanks. The idle mission feature will add more fun and strategy to VEXI villages, so stay tuned for updates during this quarter.
Cool. I'm very anxious for these updates because I do have a few tanks there. I have a tortoise tank there that's very cool, mint number 1. So
Yeah, you're gonna love
anxious.
that. I'm sure
Cool.
that you will like it.
Yeah, awesome. So next question. Can you make lands a little more interactive? Maybe if you manually tap, you could collect resources, but have a cap depending of rarity. Orion?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's a cool suggestion. And now that we have the key parts of the game working and events feel fair, thanks to the systems in place and our continued efforts to prevent the cheating, we're also focusing on making each session more fun and interactive, especially early on. One of the ideas we're working on is letting you tap different elements within your city block to collect a new type of item. It's meant to be a fun daily bonus, not something that you are forced to do. We want to make sessions faster, more engaging, and more enjoyable without adding pressure during your gameplay.
That's cool. I like the ideas. Let's see. we receive all kind of questions. Sometimes people put a very big question. Sometimes they add several questions in the same form field, that the form that I post there. And sometimes the questions are very short also. This question only say, we wait for tank.
Yeah, and I can say that that's great because VEXI tank updates are coming soon. So keep an eye on Discord for the latest news.
Yeah, and in a Discord way, these questions will be more about like when tanks, but then the player choose to say we wait for tank. But good too. Okay, next one, NETA. Oh, that's maybe a OG, like a old player. NETA on Galaverse lands being usable again. Solar?
Yes, we definitely want to bring back Galaver's land back. While we don't have an exact date yet, our team is working to ensure that when the lands are back, they run smoothly for everyone. So please check Discord for more info, and we will share news as soon as we have more details. And starting now, I thank you for your patience and support.
Cool. Let me see here. Next one. Will previous building NFTs be updated to reflect the current system? As an example, my legendary office supply store, which has no difference than an uncommon store. That's a good question. Passing to Ario. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I can answer this one, and I have a lot to say here. So first of all, yes, the office supply store now has an affinity with Rock Monument, so pairing them will give you better results when claiming rewards. We're also reworking the resource logic for all older buildings to make sure the rarity truly matters. So legendary buildings should feel legendary, and that's the direction we're moving in. And that's not all. As I mentioned in Discord not long ago, and also thanks to your amazing participation and engagement in the past events, we're stepping things up next month with not one, but 2 events. In addition to our regular event cadence, we'll be launching the second bonus event during the first week of August. And this time, the preferences will be featured by the following buildings: the stadium, the chocolate factory, magical garden, ice cream parlor, and ice cream stand. If you already picked up any of these buildings during past competition, you'll be able to use them again. And if you miss them, you can still get yours in the Gala store. Just like recent updates, all of these buildings will include the affinity system with their matching VEXI, giving you even more ways to boost your results. And just to be clear, if your building isn't featured in this time, that doesn't mean it won't be featured in a future event. We're planning ahead to give all past NFTs more value and opportunities to shine. As I mentioned, we move forward based on milestones, like how many players join events and how much interactions we see in the store with featured content. We're working hard to hit our targets to show that more frequent events are not only welcomed by the community, but also that higher Gala rewards can be sustained and are needed as our community keeps growing.
Okay. And some of the questions are related to also about Odyssey. So there's one that's, what's up with Odyssey? That's a good question. I remember sending my Vox/VEXI there to work. So what about this, Solar Mystic?
Yeah, we know that the community is waiting for this merge. So we're excited to let you know that we are working on the merge of VEXI Odyssey, and that will happen this year. It's something that we have already announced, and the team is working on making it happen. They making steady progress behind the scenes. So the merge will happen this year, and we can't wait to share more details soon. So again, be attentive to Discord to have more news about the merge of VEXI Odyssey.
Cool. And there's a question here from YouTube. I'm gonna share here. Let's see. Boom. From Mihail. What star forts are for? Can we talk about that? Let's see.
We prefer to take that on Discord. We can let know Mikael what happened with that.
Okay, cool. That's so don't worry, Mario. We're gonna share more about that later. And of course, there's some even that things that still the team don't wanna spoil, like spoilers. So cool. Let me put here. And I think the things that I saw were comments about what we already discussed. So I think we already addressed most of the questions. I think all of them are already answered. Solar, any last input, like a statement?
Yeah, so we're very excited for the new event that is going to happen in August. So I encourage everyone to keep an eye on Discord in order to know when it's going to happen and what do you need to rank in the leaderboard.
Cool. That's good. And so I think that we have reached the end of the session. Thank you everyone for participating. And anytime that when you have this townhouse, I'm gonna post there the form. So please send out the questions. And even if you post there in Discord later, just re-add please to the form for the next one. And of course, the video is gonna be available there in Discord later as a YouTube link. As we have people from different time zones, people are gonna be watching this video in the next 24 hours in different times. So
yeah, and look,
the question here
for the community. So if you couldn't join and you couldn't send questions, you can send it to Discord. And tomorrow, Friday, we can spend 1 hour to answer questions for the community.
Okay, that's good. There is one question that for tomorrow from Peggy. Can you explain the difference between the naked VEXI and the proto VEXI? The team is gonna explain there in this course, so this way stay visible for everyone. So gonna say thank you on behalf of the team. As community manager, happy that everyone that spent some time here to hear more from the team. And thank you everyone, and gonna see next time around in the next month. So bye bye everyone.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.